Hola y bienvenidos. Today we're exploring the capital city of Buenos Aires here in Argentina, South America. So a lot of people know that Argentina is the second biggest country in South America after Brazil. But did you know, and I didn't know this until a couple of days ago, that Argentina, specifically Buenos Aires, has the widest street in the world called Avenida 9 de Julio. So inspired by this, I thought we'd take a miranda through the eclectic city streets to find out what Buenos Aires is really like. But before we do that, we're going to head to a local park nearby. So Buenos Aires literally translates from Spanish to English to good airs or fair winds, which obviously promotes the climate here. 2.8 to 3 million people live in the city, with a lot of people choosing to immigrate here every year. City streets here are organised a lot like other famous cities like New York. It uses a grid-based system to optimise transportation. But if you're a bookworm, you'll love this place because according to the World Cities Culture Forum, there was a study conducted and Buenos Aires has the most amount of bookshops per person in any city in the world. So the city has a lot of green spaces like the one we're in now, where you can come to walk, do sports or just relax. Off tangent side note, but Buenos Aires has a time difference of about 4 hours from the UK. So okay, that is definitely not going to slip. Okay. So I recently read somewhere that 60% of households either own a cat or a dog in Buenos Aires. A lot of reports suggest that Buenos Aires has a lot of European influence as opposed to Latin American, and that's due to the minimal colonial architecture that the city has. A lot of the times as well on zebra crossings, if you're crossing, cars will try and just skirt around you, and also there's more traffic jams here than I think I've seen in other cities. I decided to head towards Barrio de la Recoleta, an area of the city known for its French-inspired townhouses, former palaces and fancy boutiques. So welcome to the neighbourhood of Recoleta here in Buenos Aires. So interestingly enough, the main attraction here is the cemetery where people like Eva Perón, who was the first former lady of Argentina, are laid to rest. So there are other options for you as well. There's two other main attractions here. There is the National Museum of Fine Arts, which displays Argentine masterpieces, and there's the Cultural Centre, which has cutting-edge shows. From my research, this seems to be one of the most rich and expensive parts of the city. And although a pretty safe area for tourists, during the day at least, towards night time, like a lot of cities, there are pickpocketers, there are people that will try and take your money, so just make sure you know where your valuables are at all times. So this is my first taste of South America, and so far I'm loving it. I'm excited to explore more of the city. I'm probably walking about 5 or 6 hours a day at the moment with breaks, and I'm learning so much. However, there are more countries in South America that I want to visit, so I'm looking forward to it and I can't wait.